Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing on this beautiful Saturday night? I'm doing my podcast. No, I didn't go out. I was out for a little bit yesterday, which was Friday, because I had to go pick up a check, a payment from one of my clients, and then through one of my colleagues in the AC industry, right? Architectural, engineering, construction. And then him and I actually had dinner in this Vietnamese restaurant. Vietnamese food is good, by the way. Especially if you have, if you have a cold kind of climate, right? Such as winters in mountains or winter here in New York, right? And then you get like a bowl of like that soup, right? With like, what is it called? Pho. You get pho, right? With chicken or beef or whatever you like, right? And it's amazing. But I order some wings and a side of white rice. How is everyone doing, huh? I was just talking to my wife like an hour ago because she is flying into mountains, and I miss her. I love her. And I think I was just trying to call her to see if she has landed. It's like an hour flight. But in any case, so one thing I wanted to clarify. I'm sorry, I apologize. All right. What I talked about last time about astrology, right? How astrology is defined by whoever established that whole what do you call pseudo-scientific system, right? Is that it's based on these constellations, right, out in the interstellar, not interstellar, sorry, extrastellar, means out of our solar system, right? Yeah, one thing I wanted to clarify, I guess I sounded, and I sound without sounding too fucking like worked up or anything, but that whole thing still does not have any effect. Those stars or those constellations, I don't think they have any effect on our fate or what we are, or our emotions, or if you are introverts or extroverts, right? But what I wanted to clarify was, not that anybody really cares, but I thought I might as well talk about that, right? Just for a few minutes. What's the clarification, sir? Okay, so here's the thing, right? Oh shit, I'm playing golf tomorrow, right, with a friend of mine. Golf chip. I get it. When Earth revolves around the sun, right? When Earth revolves around the sun, obviously it also is revolving around its own axis, right? Hence the day and night, right? Now, astrology is divided into 12 zodiac signs, right? Which is basically almost like a month, right? Which is almost like a month long, right? Every year. So what I said was that, for example, if I was born on March 17th, right? Not if, sir, we were born on March 17th. So I was born on March 17th. However, at that exact time and day, right? I was born, obviously, our planet was in a certain location, right, around the sun, which means that also away from the sun in the other direction, it was in the vicinity, not vicinity, sir. It was facing, basically, I was facing when I was born, you know, a certain constellation, right, Pisces. Now, you do that for 29 days, right? 29 days. So everybody who was born in that time, during those 29 or 30 days, right, that Pisces, I get it that, the Earth revolves around its own axis, but whoever was born, let's say, you know, between, what is my zodiac sign? It's like Pisces. It goes from February something to March 20th, right? Let's assume February 20th to March 20th. All right. So that means that everybody who was born, or everybody who is born during this time, is facing, right? It's facing a certain constellation in the outer, outer side of our solar system, right? Whatever that is. So does that mean that, okay, so because whoever is born, in this period during revolution of our Earth around our star, right? So that means that we were basically facing a certain star system, right? Constellations. So that means that those constellations have an effect on our lives. Means, were the fucking aliens actually beaming? Are they beaming something from different planets? Let's assume that there are aliens out there, right? Are they beaming some sort of fucking force, right? Oh, if this guy or if this girl is born in this period, then we are the guardians of the fucking galaxy, right? In this constellation, so let's have him or her be more emotional, an introvert or extrovert, or be whatever, brave. I don't fucking believe in that, all right? I still don't believe in that, but I just wanted to clarify my own fucking point, all right? I get it, I get it, I get it, that we'll be facing during those 29, 30 days, whoever is born in that period, right? Earth would be basically in that zone, whatever that fucking zone is, right? Around the sun. So I get it. I don't know what. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. So I just wanted to clarify. That's it. That's it. I'm not going to go on and about goddamn astrology again. All right. So what else? So I was watching that show, right? Peripheral. Peripheral. It's a show from 2022, or was that? Is it from 2023? Fucking amazing, like science fiction show, right? And then I'm like, okay, I need to find another similar fucking show, right? Because I like to watch something before I pass the F out, right? So I don't know which one. I don't know which one yet, but we'll see, right? We shall see. And I was actually supposed to play golf today, but then I didn't. You know, I woke up early, right around like 9 something, and then I was talking to my wife, and then I was just lying on the couch here, right, and apparently I just fell asleep. I drank a lot of water, and then I fell asleep without any breakfast or anything, not even my vitamins, multivitamin. And then I woke up and realized, well, then I texted one of my friends, the one that I'm going to golf with tomorrow. And then apparently he was calling me and he was trying to reach me, and I was out. I was like, I passed the fuck out, right? But in any case, so uh, what else is going on this Saturday? It's now end of almost November. No, end of November, and holiday season, right? Here in America. Uh, and what I did was that I actually sent something to our senator from New Jersey about my wife's case. That, listen, sir, it has been more than 16 months now and still no clue about her interview. You can actually do that. You can go on to Senate and find your senator, right? But apparently our senator, Bob Menendez, he's embezzled in some fucking, I don't know, whatever corruption case. But in any case, so he's our senator here, right? In New Jersey. He's one of the two senators. So in any case, so I sent that email online, and then, but I didn't get any confirmation that, oh, by the way, we received your, whatever petition, your request, your, right? I didn't receive anything. So I'm going to try to do that again. Um, Apparently, that might help. I don't know how much of a help that is going to be, but it might, hopefully, I hope does, you know. Okay, so why are you playing music, sir? Drums? I don't know. And then another friend of mine is coming from Texas to stay with me for a couple of days, right? And I have no plans for Thanksgiving. No plans whatsoever for Thanksgiving. I don't know. He'll be here, so maybe we'll cook some dinner, chit chat at home, and let's see. Let's see. I think we are planning a dinner on Friday, actually, at my place. You know, and Thanksgiving, I have no freaking idea. Usually I would go to like our friends, family friends. You know, uh, Turkey, Thanksgiving Day and night in Long Island. But I don't know. I mean, I texted him, "Hey man, what's going on?" Or Thanksgiving. He hasn't even replied to me. But I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to like do nothing, absolutely. You know. All right, so that's my take on Thanksgiving. But more importantly, I'm actually going to Florida for a couple of days, right? In December. And more importantly, me and my wife are planning to actually be together again, because now that we still don't have a fucking clue, right? So we're thinking about whether I should go back to Pakistan, right, for a couple of weeks. But I don't know. I miss her. I love her. Uh, but we'll see. We'll see where we want to be. And the tickets are not. Plane tickets are not cheap either. That's the fucking problem. Um, but we will see. It's just not easy. It's just not easy to be married and then not be together. That sucks. In any case, all right. So I don't want to repeat myself. Okay, so I think I want to talk about what do I want to talk about in this podcast? I think I sort of like talked about AI last time. Right now, the AI craze is just out of proportion. I think, especially in the Western world. I don't think anybody cares in the mountains where I come from, right? Because those people, my people, right? They have other things to worry about. I mean, if you talk to them about AI, they're going to look at you as if you are some sort of a idiot because they're facing, basic issues in their lives, such as, lack of electricity. Now the mountain, because of, all the streams and all the rivers is getting dry in winters, because the glaciers freeze, right? There's no water, so I mean, all of their electricity comes from these hydro plants, hydroelectric generation, right? And just such a sad, actually, thing, if you are living in a so-called, you know, a richer country, although, America has its own issues, and I'm pretty sure Europe and all these other countries, right, which are more developed. But at least we don't have to worry about like basic things like running water, right, or electricity, right? But they have to, you know. And that's the sad truth, that's the fucking sad truth. And they can't do anything, unfortunately. There was a project, without like going too much into detail. There was a project that was supposed to happen in Hunza, where the lake has formed on Hunza River, right? But I have no idea. I have no freaking idea if that's happening or not. I have no freaking idea. But if that had happened, that would have at least solved the problem, of electricity for them, at least for the next 20, 30 years, because that lake might actually secede, right? Mean the lake might disappear because there's a lot of silt and deposit, and it's already moving downstream, right, every year. And then the water will meander through, and it will make its own path, right? So that's what I think the geologists are, people who are experts in this are predicting. Maybe civil engineers. I have no fucking idea. But that's the sad truth, that and that sometimes make me sort of sad and kind of helpless, because I can't really do anything. I mean, before my marriage, in the house we have up in the mountains, I had at least solar panels installed, so that that's at least working, right? So at least they have solar there. But then rest of the village, rest of those towns are just in complete darkness, especially now. like hardly 1 hour, 2 hours electricity, and it's just a fucking disaster, man. You know, such such a disaster. You know, and if you think about something like that, you know, in this in this era, in this time of 21st century, and you'd be like, holy shit. Well, I mean, I understand that's not the only area on this planet which is unfortunate not to have an electricity, and that's when they actually need the electricity now, you know, because now you have to have a phone. Everybody has a phone, right? An Android, whatever it is. So the communication is there, but the problem is that, you know, if you can't charge your phone, then what the fuck, right? How would you charge your phone? Generator? No, nobody can. And people can't afford. I could afford to have the solar panels installed, right? But those those solar panels and you know installation, that's not easy. It's not cheap. Cheap. That's what I mean. And not all of the people can afford. You know, it's just a fucking disaster. I think solar probably is the answer now. Solar. Somebody has to actually invest. You know, in solar, and I'm pretty sure people would basically just like embrace it, you know, like, oh yeah, this is it, man, you know. But they need land, you know, they need some sort of a land. Although you could say that, you know, they have the fucking mountains, right? Why don't you put the panels, solar panels, on the face of the mountains, sir? Well, it's not easy, all right. You can't just like put solar panels on the mountains, you know. There's always avalanches. There's always then you have to build, you know, you have to build a structure for these solar panels, right? Uh, So, you know, I just feel like, you know, yeah, I'm working here, and you know, sometimes I do work my ass off. Sometimes I just become depressed, and then, you know, I feel like, what the fuck am I doing all this for what? And you know, and then now, obviously, you know, I'm not only doing this for me, but for both of us, me and my wife, and we want to basically start a family, you know. We have already started a family, but I'm sometimes just like depressed, you know, and, well, you're Pisces, or you're emotional, huh? Well, whatever it is, but getting back to the point I was trying to make is that people, you know, people need leaders, you know. People need leaders who can actually speak for them, and who can actually do something like, oh yeah, you know what, we need electricity. Can we get some funding for, let's say, a solar project, or a, what do you call it, a you know, a hydroelectric project. Hydroelectric is obviously, initial cost is very expensive, right? I think it's more than solar. But okay. So why am I talking about this when I was going to talk about AI? All right. Well, okay. Sorry. The bottom line is that, you know, those people actually, you know, many of my colleagues, you know, engineers, my cousins, some of them, and they have left that region just like I did, you know, either earlier or after, you know, to pursue their life's happiness outside. Obviously, for more opportunities, you know, some went to whatever. I mean, I don't want to sound too fucking obvious, but I think that's one reason why there's no leadership there that who can actually do something for them. But then, you know, they don't have a lot of, you know, resources. They don't have a lot of like say, you know, and then obviously there's politics, right? People up there are extremely hardworking. If they have carved those fucking mountains, uh, and they turn those bare mountains into farmland, and obviously, they can do uh, some sort of like a a way, to have some sort of a solar system. But then they need to get the solar panels. Somebody has to actually donate solar panels for them. The whole inverters and the whole 9 yards, right? I don't know. I don't know. And then after 9/11, that whole area and those regions uh, have been neglected, by the international community because of the whole fucking shit that happened in the post 9/11, and and I understand, it was not easy, but now I think things are opening up again, especially for them, because their livelihood was also dependent on on tourism, especially international tourism. Expeditions and mountaineering and all that, right? And that just got killed because if you go to the main town in Hunza, right, Karimabad, and that's just filled with hotels, and um, even before I left, it was basically solely, or at least like 50%, 60% of the economy was dependent on tourism and tourists, right? And because of the mountains, right, the expeditions, now I think they go to a different region. They don't come to Hunza. And the other reason I am hearing, after I went back, right, to the mountains, is that it's not easy. It's not easy to travel from a city like Islamabad, which is the capital city, to mountains in Gilgit, because and they don't also have an airport there, except one that was built by the military, I think back in the whenever 50s or 60s, right? And it's a small fucking runway, and that's where my actually wife is landing, right? I believe. Um, and so you can't even land an A320, Airbus A320 there. So that's the other problem, right? But in any case, so let's talk about, and I'm just saying all this because, after all, regardless of how many, sorry, I just need to send a text message to my wife just to make sure she's landed, and then the plane didn't go back, right? Sometimes that happens, those fucking ATR 42s, right? Those planes, 40 seaters. Sometimes, the weather is bad, and oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes the weather is bad, and then the pilot basically takes the plane back to Islamabad. All right, so I hope she lands, and she needs to get some sleep, obviously, right? Because she hasn't slept like even for an hour. I was on the phone with her, and in any case, just to switch the gears, right? AI. Okay, so let's talk about goddamn AI, right? So is the AI some sort of a computer god? Oh, here comes my wife. I'm sorry. Hold on a second, everyone. Uh, hello, hello. Say, I think she can't hear me. You landed?
Oh, I'm here.
Because Khalta.
أنا داخلة بقى التاكسي ولا بقى نص بقى خالص.
Okay, perfect. It's cold?
Okay, you do podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so get some sleep, sure. Say, get some sleep. I love you.
Okay, good night. Wow, I love you too, and
Yeah.
eat well, sleep well. Okay. Call me tomorrow in the morning when you wake up.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
I love you. Okay, sorry. I apologize. Yeah, so she's already in a taxi, cab, going home, her parents' home, obviously, right? So in any case, I was talking about the AI, right? All right, okay, so let's talk about the fucking AI. I understand I understand that AI is some sort of an algorithm, right? I mean, if you want me to explain it, I'm hoping that I'm not wrong in what I'm saying is that it's a software robot, right? Let's just say it's a software, right? It's software that someone came up with, right? Using whatever machine language, right? Whatever the fucking that computer language is, right? Which ones are the computer languages? Fortran. Fortran is the one that engineers used to use, right? We had a computer course in undergrad called Fortran, right? But now obviously everything is more sophisticated, right? And so if somebody comes up with some sort of algorithm, right, and then they put it on the fucking internet, right, to do what? Well, I mean, the nefarious people will basically come up with a computer virus, right, and then they will send it out, right? Means now the world is more cyber, it's more cyber as much as it is real, right? So the cyber world is is not real, obviously. Yeah, no, I'm old school when it comes to like people talk about, oh, eventually we're gonna download our fucking brain into computers and then we don't even need to fucking like do anything physical. Well, how is that possible, right? So so saying that we can actually download our like brain or the software that's actually in our brain, is that mind? Mind is the software and brain is the hardware. Is that what it is? But even saying that is a far-fetched idea. All right. So talking about AI. All right. So this is what I wanted to say. So somebody actually comes up with an algorithm, right? Like ChatGPT. Oh, ChatGPT is like fucking useless. It's fucking useless. You know? Oh, so ChatGPT, one of those, right? That you can talk to. I mean, I can talk to Alexa here, right? Uh, but ChatGPT is not even close to what people are worried about. Means I have used ChatGPT. It's not even updated beyond like 2021. So how is something like ChatGPT is going to take over the fucking world? Okay, so let's just lay this out in a layman's term, right? A layman's term. So I have a phone and this computer, right? And I use this. So let's say that ChatGPT or some software actually takes over my sort of like through an algorithm, right? Self like learning fucking machine language somehow gets into my phone and my computer, and then it starts taking control. Like for example, it's going to what is it going to do? How is that possible? How? I understand that there are people who are capable of getting to my phone or maybe whatever, right? Or my freaking computer, right? And I'm not worried about anything. But because I'm not fucking hiding anything, right? But saying that a machine, some sort of a software machine, right? Is that the word? Soft bot is going to get into our lives through these phones and through these fucking computers. That's a far-fetched idea. Means that am I saying this in the right way? Means am I actually understanding AI properly? Well, I think I do. That the AI can actually, through its algorithm, right? Somehow, like a virus, can get into a computer or a phone, right? And it can corrupt your whatever data, whatever a computer or your programs, right? I get that part, but how me as a separate entity from this fucking phone or this computer, right? How is an AI going to control me or control this fucking world? Huh? Okay, see, this one way I get it is that maybe it gets into the electric grid, right? Because it's now everything is digital, controlled by computers and all that, right? And then somehow it turns off the power, and that actually becomes like a fucking dystopian, like sort of like a movie, like sort of like fucking what was that show? Revolution. And yeah, I get that part, but how far it's gonna go? Okay, if it controls the fucking electricity, right, and then we can't do anything. But I think we can. We can kill the fucking computers and just run the. I mean, wherever, for example, our electricity here in New Jersey comes from where? Coal plants or whatever the fuck it is, right? Coal-powered generators or hydroelectric from fucking Niagara Falls, right? So there you go. I mean, you can still, I think, without sabotaging the whole fucking, plants, as an AI could do, as everyone is predicting, which I don't believe, uh, you can still, I think, run everything manual, in a manual mode, right? And I get it. I get it. I get it to the point where, for example, in a factory, the repetitive work is going to be actually definitely taken over by like some sort of robot, right? Softbot, robot, whatever it is, which is already happening, right? For example, in factories, everything is basically just made by machines through software, right? And I get that part. However, saying that now it's some sort of creating some sort of a digital god, digital god. Well, that's not real. AI is just a language, a computer language that's written by a computer person, a real person, right? Now, I don't think what people understand. If I do understand this, right? That, oh, wait a minute, now we have all these programs. Internet is interlinked, right? Everything is now interlinked. Everything is done on fucking, what do you call the cyber web, right? Whatever the fuck you call the internet, right? But I don't think that somebody writes some program, right? That program is going to somehow, like some fucking alien machines, that program is going to basically go into some sort of, a space, cyberspace, where it's going to find similar programs, right? And then it's going to basically somehow latch onto those, and then it somehow then creates this self-learning, eventual sentient sort of like fucking digital god. I don't think so. I do not believe that that's happening now. At least not now. No, because hey, we are still human beings. We still do things that humans, biological species, do, right? I get it. If you are addicted to fucking porn or video games, right? Then somehow the digital the digital world has somehow gotten hold of your fucking, what do you call the addictive behavior. Is that what it is? And it's just pulling you into this fucking whatever black hole of like whatever video games or whatever you are into, right? And but that has nothing to do with an AI doing that to you. That's just like your own, like way of dealing with, like your own, what do you call, if not using the word addiction, but your own way of like fucking getting too much used to getting you too much into that space, right? Into that cyberspace, and you feel like you are some fucking character in whatever those video games are. I never got into them, to be honest with you. But that's you. That's not AI, So you are still you as your physical being and everything, right? So, am I missing something in here? Huh? That this fucking AI craze is all over the fucking internet, you know, whatever, YouTube, everybody's talking about the fucking AI, when AI is not even like fucking remotely like Chat GPT is the fucking hell. It's not even remotely like even sophisticated for it to actually learn by itself, latch on to other like software language created soft bots. No, that's a far-fetched idea. I do not believe in that. And what are the other fucking ways? Let's say people say that, oh, you know what? Uh, for example, if you talk about any science fiction, right? Any science fiction movie or what do you call show, right? Where they actually have these robots. For example, Westworld. Okay, so Westworld, right? Westworld is a perfect example. Or Terminator, right? All right, let's stick with Westworld, all right? Westworld, I don't know if any of you have watched that show. Amazing fucking show, graphics, amazing acting. So Westworld is a show where there are humanoid robots, but they're machines. So they were in some sort of a circus, right, or just like a theme park, a Westworld sort of theme park, right? And so they were all robots, created by the whole theme park was created by a human, and an organization, whatever you call them, a corporation, right? And then those machines, right, the humanoid machines, realized that, oh, holy shit, wait a minute. We are actually some sort of a creation of these humans, and we are being used and abused, right, for their own pleasure or whatever, right, use. But can't even create, forget the humanoid robots, we can't even create a tissue. Maybe we can create a tissue, right, in the lab. Well, if you can create the human, not the human, sorry, if you can create the lab meat, right? Yeah, I guess you can, but you can't create a humanoid robot, Yeah, you can come up with like robots, but they are not like some sort of human looking, uh, and they can do everything that the humans can do, except that they don't have any emotions. Or in the case of which may call, like, what was that fucking movie where it says that the creator, the Alien movie, right? The Alien movies, the Alien franchise, the new ones, where the corporation's head is like he's talking to David. What was that? David or Walter, or one of those robots, right? Human robots, and he tells the robot that, listen, the difference between you and me is that you don't have a soul. I have a soul. Okay. I think it's a far-fetched idea that these robots will become like learning, and yeah, I think you can actually make the machines learn more through language of mathematics, right, and whatever algorithms, computer. But I don't think you can actually make them self-realize where they, I don't know how, would be able to figure out that actually, they are these machines that us humans have created, right? I don't, it's all just fucking science fiction and just all fucking crazy. These fucking people are actually diverting the attention, right? Diverting the attention from working towards real problems in this fucking world, then to some fucking science fictional, like, a coming of age apocalypse is AI. I think people have lost their fucking minds, and there's no way. I think I said this right many times. There's no way that you can actually replicate a human body in a factory, or you can create, because the human body is the fucking alien artifact, all right, which actually created itself from the process of the basic, minute, right, molecular level cells, which became these unicellular organisms, right? And this you can do using any computer language, using any fucking, factory, or, any assembly line where you're going to create these fucking robots, all right? That's a far-fetched idea. So I'm not trying to defend that we are superior, we are humans and we are superior, our bodies are superior, but at this point in time, I think we are, right? We created these fucking gadgets, right? Everything. And okay, so I get the craze that, people are saying, we are actually creating something that we can't even think of what we have created. What have you created? Like, well, the craze is that we are creating a more intelligent being, like a digital being, than us humans. Humans are the most intelligent species, right? In terms of what we do, I'm not saying that we are still not monkeys. Obviously, we came from monkeys, right? But what I'm saying is that we are by far the most intelligent, at the same time most destructive species on this planet, because one fucking nuke goes, and then that's it. That's the end of fucking civilization. All right. But to say that, we are creating some sort of a digital god, inadvertently, without knowing what we are doing, is a far-fetched idea. Okay, so how like ChatGPT is like, I told you, ChatGPT is like a fucking stupidest model of, if you were to create some sort of a digital, like, fucking robot, right? Softbot. It's the most fucking, dumb sort of like program, right? That when you ask something, right? When you type something in ChatGPT and say, tell me about this, right? Or tell me about this person, or tell me about, for example, about a movie, right? And then you'd say, I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm not updated. I'm only updated until 2021. Right? Oh, Jesus, really? So so you are the one that these humans are worried of, worried about? That you're going to take over the fucking world? I don't think so. So I'm not, okay, also at the same time, I'm not acting like a fucking, guardian of the galaxy, right? Or guardian of the planet Earth. That, oh, well, all you human beings, don't worry. This is not happening. Well, this is not happening. But the possibility is more human error that's going to cause a disaster, right? Then some like software going ballistic, right? Going fucking ballistic, and then it's going to start realizing that, oh, we created it, but then it starts realizing that it's actually more powerful than are more intelligent than us, and then it's going to start like fucking colonizing us, not colonizing us, but controlling us or whatever, right? Um, so yeah, that's all I wanted to say about the fucking AI. Did I debunk it yet or no? At least, again, at least at this time in human life, just because we just came up with these fucking gadgets and these smartphones, and doesn't mean that they're gonna fucking take over. Yeah, you could say that. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I go fucking crazy if I can't find my phone for like an hour. You know, but that's just an addiction. It just become a tool. It's just a fucking tool. All right, you use it for whatever. Make phone calls, or check your emails, or text messages, or whatever the fuck you do, right? Doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that this like invisible digital fucking power or force is rising from the ashes of what, computers? I have no fucking idea. Well, I do have a fucking idea, and that's what I'm saying, that this is all fucking fictional. All right. So again, these politicians, whatever, whoever, even the computer people, right? Even like all these people, including Elon Musk, I think they are just fucking out of their fucking mind to actually divert, because it's sexier to talk about AI than like the real problems, right? Homelessness, economy, inflation is on the fucking skyrocketing path, right? Etc. etc. So that's what it is, right? I think. Otherwise, I'm not concerned about fucking AI. I'm not, and I so shouldn't you. My problem is to get some good sleep, right? Eat on time, do some exercise, play some golf, which I'm going to do tomorrow, and then I'm just waiting for my wife to come here. And that's, I mean, I don't give a fuck about AI, to be honest with you. I just wanted to sort of get this out there, that people who are actually getting worked up, getting emotional, getting anxiety because the digital god is going to take over this fucking planet, and who knows what's going to happen, is a far fucking fetched idea. All right. So our anxiety, I have anxiety problems, like many people do, right? Many people do have anxiety problems. My anxiety is not because, oh, you know what, AI, or even climate change. I just don't. It's not my fucking problem, you know. And it's not even a real like fucking problem, to be honest with you, for me or anybody. But yeah, I mean, climate change, I understand. It has global warming. There's some truth to that. Truth to that. But saying that, oh, you know what, this is it, we just created something, some digital, technological force that's going to become sentient. Am I fucking repeating myself? I guess I am. All right, so you get my point. And what else? I think that's it. That's it. I did my hour podcast. I hope you all are having a great weekend. I'll see you all next week.